All right, so let's look at this video that is going to detail Pam Bundy and how she talked about all of these videos that they had of child sex trafficking and child pornography, only to find out that apparently they have nothing. So she's dirty. She need to be invested. She need to be removed and prosecuted. She's dirty. Listen to this.
200 victims. 200. So we have over 250 actually. So we have to make sure that their identity is protected and their personal information. But other than that, I think tomorrow, the personal information of victims. Other than that, I think tomorrow, Jesse, breaking news right now, you're going to see some Epstein information being released by my office.
What kind? Are we going to see who was on the flights? Are we going to see any evidence from what he recorded? Because he had all of his homes wired with recording devices.
What you're going to see, hopefully tomorrow, is a lot of flight logs, a lot of names, a lot of information. But it's pretty sick what that man did.
Okay.
Well, I've got everything on my desk. I've got it all on my desk. You're going to see groundbreaking stuff tomorrow. And then, of course, tomorrow came. And it was all stuff that had already been released to the public. And then it was truckloads of evidence. But here's Bongino talking about how he heard that much of the...
And this was a trip. Dan Bongino, they flipped him. So listen, they probably threatened his life or his family's life. Or they probably have somebody or a member of his family kidnapped somewhere. Listen.
Evidence had been destroyed or just simply disappeared.
The Ghislaine Maxwell case, we have an update on that from the Telegraph. Turns out, headline, evidence from Jeffrey Epstein's safe went missing after an FBI raid. Court hears in Ghislaine Maxwell trial. Folks, listen, I have over a decade of experience as a federal agent myself. Who cares? Yeah, look at me, experience. I'm just telling you, for the proof bona fides here, I have processed hundreds, if not thousands of pieces of evidence throughout my law enforcement career. I don't know how you would lose evidence. Let me explain to you how evidence works. You serve a search warrant at Jeffrey Epstein's house, and let's say, for example, you find videotapes or DVDs or whatever it may be. You then take them, you tag them, you note where you found them. In many cases, you take pictures, and most...
You know how it goes missing? Dirty cops. Especially in the city of New York. Dirty cops. The whole system is corrupt.
Cases. Now you take pictures of where you found them. You catalog them in evidence envelopes so you can't tamper with them, right? You seal the envelope, you sign the envelope. It then comes back with you in custody, and it goes back typically to, the Secret Service to an evidence vault, which is a big, bank safe in the office. To go in the evidence vault, you have to sign it. To sign out the evidence, you have to sign out the specific piece of evidence. How the...
Look, all you got to do is watch the late one, RoboCop. Okay, this explains how cops are dirty and on the payroll with these crime cartels. Remember all the evidence that went missing? It's the same thing.
I regret saying things on my show. It's not because I regret saying it. It's because people don't understand it. And I answer emails for a year when I'm clear as day about what happened. It's not you. It's just a limited number of people. But the audience free, if even one person's upset, it bothers me. I'll say this clearly. I have a friend of mine who called me a long time ago, who was on a plane with Epstein and Clinton, was there, and saw some very suspicious, shady stuff. It's his... I don't have any more detail. He said one day he'd get back to me and tell me the full story, or give me permission to run with at least the minimal details I have. He hasn't since. So it's not there's nothing I can do. I can't force him into it. It's not my information to give up. I'm not going to talk to you about details I don't have. But he did give me permission to tell you that it was odd, very odd what happened. And it bothered him forever. I'm not
What happened to this Dan Bongino? That's the real question.
You know what happened to that Bongino? They threatened his life. Okay, he wasn't real with it. He wasn't ready to go all in. He didn't understand what he was facing. These are demons that we're facing. You follow me? So when you have a show like this and then you step up and you go into, like, let's just say sectors like the FBI, you got to be ready to go all in. What he should have did was he should have taken his family and had them hidden off grid somewhere before he even took that job. That's what happened to Don Bongino.
What happened to that guy? Suddenly he gets into the FBI and he can't follow up with his lead or his friend. He can't corroborate the evidence that he has access to with what his friend claimed. Obviously, if his friend was on a plane with Clinton and Epstein, they could figure out what date that was and look up the video.
So Don Bongino, compromise, or either the real Don Bongino is locked away in a cave somewhere, and this is a controlled clone. Listen, what's going on in the earth today? Okay, God said it, in the last days shall be as the days of Noah. The evil was so great during that time that God had to destroy this place. So we are here again. He's getting ready to destroy it again, or let's just say renovate it by fire. So I'll be honest with you. I don't think that that's the real Don Bongino. That's a clone. And Kash Patel, he dirty. Investigate him. He's dirty. He was a part of the FBI before Trump got back into office, and they were all the way dirty.